welcome to your second revision clip on mind mapping. A mind map is basically a diagram to help us show information on a huge piece of paper. Right, so the first topic that I've decided to look at is a bit of Pythagoras. So Pythagoras is basically to do with what type of triangles? Right angle triangles. So draw yourself a right angle triangle. Like so. And the key bit with Pythagoras is making sure that you label the sides correctly on this triangle. Okay, now the key one is always making sure that you get this hypotenuse correct. So when we're doing Pythagoras, label that side C. These two shorter sides, we label A and B, and they don't actually matter which way around you put them. Okay, so that's the general idea of Pythagoras. Then obviously we need to remember Pythagoras' theorem. So we've got a bit of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, now again, these are shorter sides, and this always the longest side. And the way that I remember where my c has to be labelled, it's always the side that's opposite the right angle. Okay, so the hypotenuse never ever ever touches this right angle. Okay, so that's Pythagoras' theorem. Now, we can then use it to help us find some actual numbers. Right, and the last bit we're going to look at is a bit of application of Pythagoras. So, basically a man's got a ladder and he's going to lean it up against the wall, and we basically have to figure out how far from the wall this ladder is. Okay, so we're going to draw a little diagram to turn these words into this diagram. Right, so here on the table we have a few mind maps that myself and Mr. Skirrow have just made over the last half hour or so. So if we start with my brilliant maths one on Pythagoras, which you've seen me build up earlier, and then if we move across to the one that I've done on cells, so we've got an animal cell and a plant cell, and then if we move down, after liaising with Mr. Turton, I've got a wonderful geography one that you can do with impacts of urbanisation.
And then, last but not least, here's an English one that I've done on English Language Paper 2, question 5. It's basically a writing to argue question, and I've planned out my answer with all the ingredients that need to go in there. One final thing to notice, Mr. Newsom's mind maps are obviously all perfect. Mine have got a couple of scribblings out, but it doesn't matter. That's all part of the process.